Alrighty. G'day everyone. Welcome to another quick stream tonight. I'm going to be playing some more CoCo Goblins today. I've made a few changes to the deck. So what I'm thinking about with this deck now as it stands is that we really want to lean into giving our Gobbos haste. And I'm going to achieve that a few ways in the deck today. What I'm going to try tonight is 4 Warchief, 2 Goro-Goro, 2 Battle Cry Goblins, and we can get virtual copies of each of those cards. Well, the last 2 anyway, via Snoop. So Snoop reads that Snoop will get all activated abilities of whatever Goblin's on top. So if you have a Snoop out, you have the ability to activate Battle Cry Goblin as well as Goro-Goro. Goro-Goro has somewhat of an upside where we can actually create and activate its ability. And the reason why we can do that is we can create modified creatures with Metallic Mimic and Grumgully. So it's a pretty straightforward game plan really. We're aiming to cast a 3-drop on turn 2 and a Collected Compnay on turn 3. Create a dominating board presence, pressuring the opponent's removal. That's the plan. In terms of sideboard cards, what we have is just a smattering of some standard red-green cards here. We've got some clothies for the graveyard type decks, some hexproof for some more of those heavy interaction matchups, Chainwhirler for any tokens, particularly anvil type decks, Soul Guide Lantern, and Redcap Melee for some all-round standard graveyard and solid removal. Anyway, let's jump onto the ladder and play a few games and see how we go with this run of the deck. I'm currently working towards saving up 5 grand gold so I can play a league. So we'll just play a bit of ladder at the moment. Currently at platinum bottom tier, but let's hopefully we can win a few games. I'm still trying to tweak a lot of the audio settings and make sure everything sounds alright. Not sure how it's going to sound tonight. Did a bit of tweaking, but we'll see. Bit of a wait tonight for a match on the ladder. Here we go. Alright, let's see what we've got. Alright, so we're definitely gonna go first today. And it's not looking good. So we're gonna go first. I mean, we've got our hand. So we need to draw into 2 lands here. Chances of drawing a land in the next card is about 43%. So I think if we can hit that land drop, we'll be in good shape. Let's have a go. Risk it for a biscuit, as they say. It's funny, I've never ever learnt not to keep 1-landers. I just can't resist. So turn 2, if worst comes to worst, we'll play another Llanowar Elves. So it looks like we're in for a Rakdos matchup, which makes this hand somewhat risky of a keep. Again, we're up to about 1 out of 2 for hitting one of those land drops. 23 of them remaining in the deck. We've got to be able to hit one at some stage. Jeez, almost time for a shame concede, I think. Yep, not looking good. We'll see another couple of cards, but I suppose that's always getting punished. And that's it. Well, there you go. Great start to the stream there. Let this be a lesson to everyone. Don't keep dodgy 1-landers. Anyway, so for the Racked Up Smash Up, I've actually found Clothies reasonably well here. Scooze is very good as well, sucking up the cards potentially if they're a Croxer build. It's hard to say sometimes. In terms of interaction, what are we looking for here? I think Heroic Intervention, we'll give that one a try. But basically everything is up for removal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove Krenko. We'll leave 2 copies in. I think we'll drop the Snoop. And we will also trim a Mimic and a Warchief. So basically just trimming the deck for getting a couple of cards which may help us in the matchup there. I honestly found this matchup reasonably miserable. I mean, there is a reason why Red-Black is dominating the Explorer ladder. It's just absolutely dumps on any creature strategies. Real shame. But that's just the way it is. It's how the metagames go, I suppose. We're definitely going to play first. Bit more of a slower hand here. I mean, in this matchup, we do kind of expect to go long, so I'm more than happy to keep this and slowly try and pressure the opponent's removal. Get them to play out some Thought Seizers. But they certainly know we're on the Goblins plan now, so we're in a bit of strife, I think. One Fatal Pushdown. And in Mimic, gonna name Goblin there. There's the chance that this gets removed. Alright, so Blood Tithe Harvester. And we're just hitting all of our land drops now. A bit of a shame. We will just pass the turn. So this has just got such solid plays, this split red-black deck. So, you know, turn 1, Fatal Push. Turn 2. Okay, do I want to save this? I think I am going to take this as an opportunity to protect it. And the reason why is I just want to keep it on the board. Opponent mustn't have any more removal. They get their Mirror Breaker down, which is a very good draw for them. We are going to put this one in tapped. But, you know, as you can see now, just we are out of gas essentially. Definitely not going to offer that one up for a trade. So basically the opponent has used 2 cards and been able to control my board very easily, which is not great. Ideal situation here is they attack with the token. We'll let it through. They play a Chandra. Okay. Not a great, but we do have Den. Okay, so they really want to remove that one. So I'm assuming they're not going to attack. Okay, so the question is, what do we sacrifice here? Another land. Look at that. You couldn't from Alright. So I think the play here is to activate Den of the Bugbear and attack with it. There's a very good chance that they'll block with it and they'll trade with something. Let's see what they'll trade with here. So we're going to attack. We will attack, go for 3 at the face, go 1 here, and I'm going to attack here. So they have to make a choice on what they want to do. So they're just going to take that one. That's pretty reasonable. So we're left with our counter person with our Mimic and a thing. So moving into the late game of this matchup, we're in a bit of strife, I think. Our cards just aren't doing anything. Given the fact that we haven't drawn much. Okay. So what would be really nice off the top here would be a CoCo. Let's see what we can rip off the top. Another land. Alright, so we're more than happy for our opponent to trade off any of these. I think that'd be a little bit silly to trade any here, but obviously having to think about it. I'm not sure of these sleeves before. It's a Falcon Raff, I think. Alright, so they trade okay, they trade off the Mirror Breaker. Absolutely solid solid card there. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, so we got the Goro-Goro Disciple. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to activate this turn. What I'm actually going to do... let's see if this one survives, but we have... we do have that nice ability to create that dragon on Goro-Goro. So the opponent has basically a turn to remove it. And they're in red-black with perfect colours. It's a 2/2, which is a shock-heavy format. Shouldn't be too hard for them. Alright, so it looks like they're going to instead punish with a Croxer. Well, I can't do anything with that. So they can easily escape that, no problems there. Yeah, that's fine. Opponent easily get in there for a whole stack of damage. Oh, my mouse isn't working correctly. There we go. Opponent's cleared my graveyard. I will not be blocking with that. Okay, oh, another land. Fantastic. Okay. Fortunately, we've only got one shot at this, so we will do that. Alright, Mr. Goblin, you've been grand. Thank you kindly. Alright, so I need to activate this now, because I need to actually control it. I get my dragon, and unfortunately, it is not looking good for that 9 power on the board. So, opponent's just an easy swing and attack there. We might as well just pack this one up. Unlucky there with our lands. But another red-black ladder match on a red-black mid-range match on the ladder. Alright, let's queue in again and hopefully we can get a different matchup. I think I played 3 games before jumping on, and 3 of those games were black heavy decks. So, unfortunately, we will be on that one again, I think. Alright, so we found another opponent, hopefully for something a little bit different. Zekitins. Alright, this is a reasonable hand here. So turn 1 Elves. Got a bit of an issue here with our mana, which unfortunately is not great. We'll keep it. So I think we're going to sort of hide a bit of our colors here. So we'll lead with the forest, and turn 2 we will Goro. That didn't seem too bad. Okay, so it looks like we might be on the human strategy here. Which is fine. So what I'm going to do is play out this one here. I'm going to offer the trade. I think the opponent doesn't play Dauntless Bodyguard for nothing, so I think we should get that 1 point in for free. We'll pass the turn after that. So we're looking for a CoCo off the top here. Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, I think I'm going to trade here. I think that's a fine trade. Doesn't have first strike or anything. Just throw the old Goro-Goro under the bus. Another land there. That is okay. We're going to drop out a Warchief and we are going to attack with it. I suspect we'll be getting another 2 points of damage in. So the opponent's really free to take the Spellbinder, the Skirk Prospector there. Can't really see myself casting that anytime soon. No blockers today. And look at that, another land. Honestly, it does get a bit tiresome. Anyway, alright, no attacks on this one. The opponent there's just cruising 1 spell a turn and seems to be hitting what they need. Okay, Adeline, fantastic card there. I think we are basically dead. We'll see what we get off the top. Another land. Well, fantastic. Alright, we'll move on to the next game. It is swinging wildly for me. Okay, so we need the melee for Adeline. Chainwhirler will be good in this matchup. Cothius is good for a stalled board state there. Krenko we can remove. We'll leave 1 copy in for Prosperity. Drop an Elves. No, we want to... Let's do Snoop. So we're looking to try and go a bit faster. And hopefully beat out the opponent. Okay, so the opponent probably has guessing we're on CoCo, but we've got a good opportunity here to get this one out. I can get this one early with Skirk there, which is really nice. We have our green source. So we're going to look for a turn 3 CoCo, and hopefully we can snowball the board from there. So we should be able to get in front of Elite Spellbinder, which will make it so that we can get off our Collected Compnay on turn 3. So we're going to play Mimic turn 2. Thalia here would be a bit of annoyance, but it means that we will be able to get it out on curve with Thalia there. Alright, another land off the top. You'll love to see it. Alright, so we'll get our Mimic down, name Goblin, and we're going to try and get through this turn here. So Athalia would be a bit of a deal breaker, I think. I would expect it this turn. I kind of think that most of the decks are running it, which is a great card. Well suited in this manner, actually. Okay, so Lumarch Aspirant. I'm going to give their Thraben another counter. That card can get out of hand really seriously. Alright, so off our CoCo, would love to hit a Chainwhirler. That would be fantastic. Keep a couple of these cards in check. No blocks. So we will have a go, see what we get. Alright, so we're going to pop in this one. And we will see... roll the dice. Sacrifice Skirk, I think. Definitely. Off we go to the races. Alright, so 2 Clothies and a Battle Cry Goblin. Okay, the Clothis is reasonable. Not ideal. And we will not attack. Again, not a great set of hits. Clothies are reasonable in a board state. Lockdown. Unfortunately, they will probably... okay, so they've got a choice here to make a sort of a guaranteed attack. Oh boy. Okay, so opponent... how did the opponent cast the second one? Yeah. No blocks on that one. They already had one on the board, of course. Battle Cry Goblin, not great. We'll do them two. We will place in that one for now. Okay, so we're gonna activate this one. Okay, the opponent is going to have to either make some blocks here, but we do get a couple of 2/2s in. So what will be a bit of a deal breaker for me on the crackback is a Lord type effect. So the Lieutenant put encounters on everyone, and then Luminarch Aspirant. So they can easily get a few counters onto these cards. So they've got to be mindful of the crackback from me. Okay. Bit of a shame here, we have no land to ramp off. But we can actually play this like... okay, so we'll pay 2 life for that. So we'll Goro-Goro, give everyone haste. Okay, so they CoCo mana. I think we're in no actual reason to die here with a CoCo. They're at 2 life. They've got to ideally gain some life off something. Something that gives lifelink, and then they have to somehow remove Clothies if they want to survive. This Goro-Goro it's reasonable, but if you control an attacking modified creature, so it's a bit of awkward timing. Alright, so Brutal Cathar, Skyclave. You couldn't have asked for a better set of CoCos. Jeez Louise. Alright, so... oh, it's not Brutal Cathar. So the Skyclave's going for that. I thought they would have... okay, interesting interesting choice there. Okay, so there's the pump up Lieutenant, which we were talking about. They're gonna go for it. Dauntless Bodyguard, that's fine. I think the opponent messed up by not taking Clothis. Can I take Clothis? Target non-land, non-token permanent. That's fine. Okay. Yep. That's okay. It doesn't have trample. Past the blockers, we will block that one. And eat up that one. Past the damage. And then we should get this match now. Alright, we will take the turn and we will see that one go up. So it was the CoCo that got him in the end. Their CoCo. Sorry there, I'm just trying to arrange my screens so I can see whether or not the stream has kicked the bucket. Alright, we'll do that again. Hopefully we can get a few more spells in our hands this time. That wasn't ideal, but we got there. The opponent definitely made the mistake of not taking Clothis, I think. Okay, so what do we got here? So turn 1, Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, Grumgully or Clothis. Yeah, we'll keep this one. We're on the play. 2-land hand. Lots of turn 3 plays, which is exactly what you want. So what I might do is actually tap it, put Shock in the Stomping Ground this time. I made a bit of a mistake last time. So pay 2 life, get the Llanowar Elves in, so that in case I hit another red drop, I've got a few more options. But I think we'll go 1. So I think Clothies is good. Our opponent down to 5, unlucky for them, is good in terms of just controlling that board stall type game. If we get enough dudes down, they get enough dudes down. Having a Clothies on the board will just slowly get there, I think. Alright, so I think what we will do is we will play out a Grumgully. And so the opponent might try to be going wide. Alright, so there's the Brutal Cathar. Bit of a shame. It's a good card, that one. Okay, so we're not really hitting the cards that we want to hit. So I think I'm going to focus on trying to keep up with the opponent by making a board. And then we'll start to, you know, we can start to pump these dudes and, you know, begin to create a board that is a bit difficult to handle. So we're looking at any sort of Lord type effect now would be great. CoCo obviously would be awesome. Opponent doesn't have any green mana. They might be seated on a CoCo. Now I can never ever understand the day-night mechanic. Okay, so as it becomes day, transform. If no player becomes night, if a night-bound permanent enters the battlefield. I hate this crap. Alright, so it looks like they're going for the big beater, which is fine. Opponent's down to 1 card. Alright, so we're gonna... Whoops. We'll eat up that goblin, or whatever it is, human. And we will take 4. Down to 11, it's not great. We're looking for some decent hit. That's just not gonna do it for us. So what I might do is we'll play out the Clothis again. No decent attacks here. We're just gonna have to pass the turn. So we're looking for some cards off the top to help us with this board state. At the moment, okay, so the opponent hits the CoCo, and I think that'll be game over for us. Really need to understand how many mana sources I actually need for this deck. At the moment I'm running 25. I feel like it's a bit much. 24. Okay, that was a crazy hit there. We'll just resolve all that. Alright. Not great. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll see a land off the top, no doubt. Okay. So, pass to blockers. And that is our board gone. No, not good enough. Alright, that was that one. I'm just going to reduce the land count in this deck. I just don't think individually the goblins are strong enough. That we just haven't had any decent recent goblins in the modern design era, which, you know, what did we get in the last turn? We got, this was probably the most playable out of all of them. It's pretty trash, to be honest. Okay, so I want to take out a land. We'll try for 23 lands. There's basically no playable goblins. 4-drop goblins. I'm just looking for a pump haste spell. There's not much on there. This is probably the best we could get. It's not too bad. Yep, okay. Alright, I think we'll go one more for tonight, and I think we'll have to sleep on the deck. See if we can work out something else. Fortunately, it looks like the goblins are a no-go for Explorer at the moment under this build. It's just so hard when you've got Carlin Rin. No green mana to cast that. Let's put that one back. Good hand, no green mana. We'll keep that, put the elves, Llanowar Elves back. Pass the turn. Oh, a blue card. Haven't seen one of them in a while. We're probably looking at a, Spirit's Tempo. This is just a very tough matchup. Just the tempo style of game that they can have. Okay, there is an elf. Alright, try and resolve this. They tend to have all of the counter spells, all of the cheap ones. Okay, it resolves. I'm not going to attack at this stage. No, the reason why I'm not going to attack is they've most likely got a couple of flash spirits in their hand, and at this point there isn't any reason to play them. Okay, so there's that one. The ability for them to fly over the top of us is really quite strong. So another land would be good. So that we can Battle Cry Goblin activate attack. Okay, so the question is, can we get this one to land? Getting this to land will be decent for us. Getting a pump up will be important for Krenko, and if we can go wide, we'll be in a pretty good position. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot get this one. Bit of a shame there. But that's okay. We will get in with an attack. Start to create some goblins. And then we will play a Snoop out. Okay, see what's on the top. So a bit of top deck mo. Fantastic, you love to see it. A mountain on the top. Opponent's got to be a bit more tricky here now. We're sort of becoming less and less reliant on casting things. The land on the top is good for us in the sense that now we can attack with Krenko, and we can activate Goro-Goro. So we're going to be creating 5/5 flyers, as well as opponent just not hitting their land drop there and packing it up. Okay, so what do we want in this matchup? I think we want Chainwhirler, and I think we want the ability to kill permanents. We'll just bring in 4 cards today. Goro-Goro seemed reasonable in that matchup just then. I think I'll trim a Mimic. I'll trim a Bandit Lord, and I'll trim a Warchief and a Krenko. So we really want to be hitting the board each time there. I do really like this mono blue spirits deck. I'd love to put it together. Yeah, we'll keep this one here. Hopefully we'll hit a red, so another red source. Okay, that's great. So we're gonna power that one out. We're gonna play that. Okay, so we're looking to hit a 3-drop. Next, if we don't, we will push on with Goro-Goro up next, and a Skirk. We just want to build that board. Make it so that they've got a few less easy line attacks. Just want to make it hard for them to attack into us. I mean, once they get their flyers, they're off to the races. Okay, the Shackle Geist is pretty annoying, as it can turn down our people. So that's not too bad. So I think we want to go slow here. We want to hit another land, of course, but we want the ability to be able to get that CoCo off at a good time. Okay, that's fine. Opponent can't really do much with my green mana anyway. So we're looking for the opponent to tap out, trying to build a board. We're going to leave that one, let that through, I think, at this stage. If they use most of their mana activating that, that's fine. If not, it's only 1 damage. Don't want to see that extra CoCo, that's pretty frustrating. No red mana, again, frustrating. But I think what we're going to do is play out this one. And we're not going to play into anything at this stage. Just going to pass the turn. Life total is sitting pretty high. We'll just shift enter and pass the turn. Okay, so the opponent's starting to get a sizable amount of board pressure here. I assume they're going to come through. No, not attacking with anything. Okay, so they've got plenty of mana open. It's just not hitting these lands. It's just swinging wildly between lands and non-lands at the moment. I will admit it is frustrating. Okay, I'm just going to try and get this one. This will probably get countered. That's fine. Just going to sort of hold out until we hit that land drop. All good. Next up, see what they get up to. No attacks today. Just whack enter. Pass the turn. Alright, so they're at 1, 2, 6. Land off the top would be helpful. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to be doing anything. Opponents enjoying their 5 mana over there. 4/4 Angel. Must be nice to be able to hit your land drops. Anyway, a bit of a wild swinging experience of land, no land. Okay, my turn. Alright, so we don't hit a land drop again. Alright, we're going to cast this one out. There's actually no point. Dead on board. Frustrating. We'll run it back. Hopefully get a bit more lucky with the lands there. I think 23 lands is fine. I'll have to check some more lists. Okay. Landing this Krenko seems pretty important, so we're going to keep that. And we're going to go for that one on turn 2, and then begin to start attacking. Comes a 2/3, we should be able to attack on turn 3 reasonably well. Opponent puts one back. Good news for us. So we're going to turn to Krenko. So there's not too much that can block it, I think, from memory. I mean, they might have a bounce spell. I mean, they could flash in they could potentially kill it. So it is 2 mana to activate. Okay, so they go for the Curious Obsession. Looks like they really want some cards there. I'm not going to block with that one. Okay, so they put down another spirit there. That's fine. Alright, so we have 4 mana. We'll make this make a red. So I think what we want to do now is run out of Grumgully. Green for you. Green, red. And we will attack while we can. Yeah, opponent just can't get past that. Okay. Well, we'll finish up on a win there. The Spirits deck normally puts in a better showing than that, but always a fun matchup. So I think we'll finish up there tonight. Just again another tech stream to see how the microphone's sounding as well as the music that I've got playing in the background. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed and enjoyed some of my frustrations. Got to get better. I'll look up some more CoCo theory to see how many land drops we should be running. At the moment I'm going 23, I believe. Let's have a look. Yep, 23 lands. Accelerators, got the 4 elves, 2 Skirk. So I mean, we should be able to hit that 3-drop relatively well each time. But as you saw there, we didn't. So anyway, I'll look to working on that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoy. Catch you next time.